Welcome to I Know It Sounds Crazy, but It's True podcast. I'm the host, BBJ.
Angel. And Brisha.
Let's get into this segment called Situational Antidote, where we pick a subject and tell our story about it. Today's topic is job funny. All right, y'all. So we at the job, and all of us getting on the elevator to go to lunch. And my coworker is really excited. She's like pumped for, I think she lost some weight, and she got some good news at church. So she's like real pumped, and she's telling me and my other coworker the news. So my other coworker, congratulations. She was like, give me a 5. So my coworker is looking around, the one who's giving us the good news. She's like looking around like, I'm sorry, excuse me, what? So we like looking around at her like confused, like she's like, give me a 5. She, mind you, the whole time she's standing there, she still has her hand up waiting for this 5. So she's like, didn't you get paid today?
Oh, no.
Wow. And then she was like, yeah. And then she was like, so why you over here asking me for money? And we like, okay. So then I go ahead and give her a 5. I was like, it went right across her head. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the 5 so you won't stand here looking crazy. And then she was like, oh, you were talking about a high 5 and not $5. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I'm over there rolling like in tears because that was the slowest blonde moment I ever witnessed, literally. Like, and it was only funny because the whole time she's sitting there talking, she's like literally explaining something. So she really had her hand up for at least a good 5 minutes waiting for this 5. And I'm like, okay. So that was my story. What about y'all?
I don't know. Mine be kind of rude. So one day I was working one of my many spa jobs, and it was a warmer day like it is today. I thought the girl had on like some stockings. It was one long light mark on the stocking. So I pulled her aside. Thank God I didn't do it in front of everybody like I normally would and be like, girl, you know you got run in your stocking. She looks at me like dazed and confused. And I'm looking at her like, bitch, you know what a run is, right? She whispers back to me, she's not wearing stockings. I am so fucking embarrassed. So that is just skin discoloration that made it look like it was little runs in her stocking. No. That was just her legs. I am completely embarrassed. Like my face, I know I turned all of a bright tomato red in my face because that was just so embarrassing. That would be like my job funny story. Or, you know, I could tell how I
No, we don't want to hear about your lies. Go ahead and Brisha. It's on to you. Brisha, it's on you.
I have so many incidences. So I work with cell phones. And I cannot tell you the amount of people that come into a cell phone store wanting the most expensive iPhone and expecting not to pay any money.
Why do people do that?
I don't understand.
I
like, you
can't
think I'm just going to hand you this $1,000 phone and you're going to be on your way? Like, I have to pay taxes. I have to pay a down payment. Yes, because your credit is in the low 400s. So yeah, you got to pay a deposit and you probably have to pay half of the phone down because you're clearly not good with money. You know, and they're like, oh, in the paper it says free. Like, no, in the paper it says free gift card when you purchase the phone. So you can't read either.
Right. Big stupid energy.
Or people that don't carry their IDs. So you need your ID to purchase the phone. They're like, oh, I don't think I need it. You're basically signing a loan. Yes.
I don't understand why people don't carry their ID. Like, that to me is just mind-boggling.
And it's older people. Like, I can kind of understand, like, maybe 18, 19-year-olds, but it's like older people.
Yeah.
Get it together. All right. I'm introducing my guest. Her name is Tanya. She's a nurse, a highly qualified nurse, and she has a funny story about a job that she had. So take it away.
Hi guys, this is Tanya. I was just told to talk about one of these stories that I had. So I used to, I'm originally from New York City, and one of my jobs was working in a movie theater. So I worked at Lowe's Theater on 72nd and Broadway. And usually we have big premieres. at that movie theater.
Because this was back in the 90s. So, you know, when you had the movie premiere, it was a big movie premiere. So this movie theater is like the movie theater in New York City that you would go to have your movie premiere.
One of the movies that had a big premiere was Evita by Madonna. And we had a lot of celebrities and those lookalikes that came in. Anyway, so I forgot the movie that was being premiered, but we had a lot of celebrities. So we had Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston, Kevin Bacon, we had Brandy, we had Boyz II Men, Rosie O'Donnell. Like, this is a norm in New York City. So I was working in the IMAX theater. That was the first IMAX theater in New York City. So it's about 4 stories high. So the IMAX theater is about 7 feet tall. But on the main level is where the regular movie theaters are at. So, of course, me working on the top floor, I would look down as the celebrities were coming. And I happened to look down and I saw Brandy, got excited, and saw Boyz II Men. What happens? My name tag falls off of my shirt.
Oh, no.
Yes, went down and almost hit Boyz II Men in his head. My manager saw what happened, looked up, and I'm like, but obviously it didn't hit him, so that was a good thing. So that was my IMAX theater, 72nd Broadway. Take it away, She.
No, they're gonna ask you questions. Do you guys have any questions?
No, I don't have no questions.
Not at this time, but I'm so glad that it didn't hit him. Because I know you'd have been out of a job.
Yes, most definitely. But it was fun. So we need to take you guys there, and maybe you can see what is it called?
Coming to America.
I was about to say that.
It's on Amazon. So I don't know if it's gonna.
No, not Coming to America, but that 3D one that you always used to come and see with the little boy on Ellis Island.
You think they still have that in there?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I guess I'll see when we go.
All right, guys.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was entertaining.
That was entertaining. Okay, people almost losing their jobs, rude people with slow moments, good quality fun.
You know, the job. There's just some ditzy people.
Let's get into the segment called Worded Minds, where we pick one word and discuss our definition of it. And the word for today is love. Love is in the air.
Aww.
It's springtime, you know, all that lovey-dovey. So my definition is that mine is a complicated situation when it comes to the definition, because I'm one of those type of people that when I do love, I love hard. So when it's hard, it's really hard for me to let go when it comes to me, because if I really do love you, whether or not it's in a relationship, family member, friend, any of them, unless you do something to the core that hurt me to the utmost, then you're dead to me. But otherwise, if you didn't do anything, like something small, I'm not going to sit there and say, yo, I don't bang with this person, or I don't fuck with this person, or whatever. It's not going to be that deep to me. But I might like still love you from afar. That's one thing true. But still, I'm one of those type of people that love very, very hard. And my definition is basically, for me, I go mostly off of unconditional love, because it's like whatever you do or whatever you can do for someone is going to come back in tenfold. So regardless of whether I take somebody to the airport, or I take somebody to the market because they don't have a ride, or they need someone to do it because they're bad on their luck, or they don't have anyone else to be able to do it, I know regardless of what I can do in that little bit of time that they needed me, that I know that it's going to be come back and so forth.
That is 100% true for you. That is 100% true for you.
Like, legit, with love, it's like really deep to me.
Yeah, period. Okay, but are true friends. Like you show genuine love for each other, me, the people that you actually like, just watching how you interact day to day with people. I understand where you're coming from when you say that you love her. Brisha is a good friend. Once you get to know her, once you get past that awkward ass shell that she be putting up.
And her corny jokes.
Oh, good God. Good God.
I feel like my jokes are not that corny.
Today's topic is love. Don't make me hate you right now, okay? Nah, these two people are really good people and really know how to show love.
Disclaimer: Brisha got engaged.
Brisha got engaged. Brisha got engaged.
She about to fiance yesterday till my husband could get in place.
Yes.
My fiance.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. People are waiting and looking and loving for them damn rings, and you got one. And the ring is so lovely.
Why do we put so much emphasis to like be married? So what's our relationship gonna change between like now and when we get married?
Financially, it changes. Financially, it changes. It's just a symbol. It's symbolic.
Mm-hmm.
But how come we don't have other symbolic things? It's almost like, I think back in the day when marriage was really an ownership thing, you get a wife, you now own that wife, and you basically tell her what to do. Like, you buy a ring to claim it as yours, and I get the gesture. It's really nice, but I just think like, if marriage wasn't a thing, like as big a thing, would we still be getting quote unquote married? Would we just be living together?
I mean, it would be still technically marriage. It'll just be a different type.
Tax laws are different. Here's something. I just got on a new job, so we're looking at health insurance, and I can't put my boyfriend on my health insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So if he gets, sick, we're gonna have to go with, a different health insurance, or have to pay out of pocket, which is never a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's all those things change. Not the way that you guys feel about each other. That should have never changed, and except in the fact that you love each other more each day. But like, there are some significant financial goals and things of that nature that change with marriage. At least in my personal opinion. I don't know. I'm not married, so I don't know if anything else changes once you say it. Because, I've heard people when they say, we got married, things changed. I'm not going to be, because I was me 100% out the door, and I feel like my significant other is 100% him out the door. Nothing should change from when he puts on that ring to when he didn't put it, like, I don't have a ring right now. The only thing that should change is now I have a piece of jewelry on my finger that I love to look at.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's just all about the whole title situation too.
Yeah.
Because some people are big into titles. Yeah.
It is
a lot of people are big into titles. But then
especially for Black women.
You get married too. Yeah. Especially for Black women.
Because you know that we're least likely to get married.
Mm-hmm. And then when you get that paper as well, it's like a lot of binding situation. Now I don't consider it as ownership or whatever. I just consider it as a binding contract. Yeah, but I feel like, but some people nowadays feel like that too. And how do y'all feel about the whole notion that people were saying, if you're a boyfriend and a girlfriend, everybody appreciates more of the ceremony of the wedding, not the actual license except for the wedding? How do y'all feel about what if they change that to now, if you're a boyfriend or girlfriend but you just want to have a wedding? How do y'all feel about that as being changed into that? Because they're talking about it.
Well, here's that. There have always been ceremonies that are like commitment ceremonies. So you do not have to have a traditional binding wedding financially through the state and the laws and all of that. Now, there are ribbon tying ceremonies where it's not it's not legally looked at as a marriage. So you still have the ceremony of like a wedding type situation, but it's not the you have to combine your taxes, you have to combine this, and this. You know, it's not, you don't have to change your last name. And even in a wedding, you do not have to change your last name. So, I mean, if you want that, it's just like how you started the trend of the gender reveal parties. If you want it, do it. You don't have to, there's no rule saying that you have to wait to have a big wedding-like party for you and your loved one. No one said that. People are saying normalize it. Well, go ahead and do it, sweetie. Do it. If that's what you want to do, then do that. You want to have a commitment ceremony? You know, we've been together for 4 years. I want to have a commitment ceremony without actually being married. You send out them invitations and see if everybody don't come.
Right.
But like everybody would come to the wedding, but maybe not the commitment ceremony. That's what I feel.
Nope.
Especially being from a West Indian household.
I bet you if me and him had said that, you know, and sent out invitations, the people who I truly wanted to be there in the first place would be there anyway. You know, we rent out a little hall, like let's say a little Martin's East. We all get dressed up because, you know.
A little Martin's East.
To get off of this topic, I wanted to know, do you feel like people misuse the word love nowadays?
Yes.
Yeah.
All the time.
Especially in like relationships, abusive relationships, and people who never really experienced love when they were younger. And now all of a sudden somebody's telling you like, oh, I love you. And you're like, oh, they said they love me, so they obviously
now I have to do this.
And now exactly, and you're being taken advantage of. And it's really sad because it creates so much problems. Like, you know, you start to bring in children under this, and now you don't get all the freedoms that you were supposed to get. Like sometimes in relationships like that, it's like, oh, I'm gonna control your whole life. I'm gonna take all your money. Not take all the money, but like I'm in charge of all the money. You know, you're not allowed to get any more education than you do now. You're not allowed to work a job. You know, so love can be really powerful. So you just saying it for some people, but you also have to be smart about it. Like, you can't just go up to them like, oh, I love you. Like, oh, okay. You know, you have to.
Especially for the people that get fall in love quick too.
Yeah, y'all need to put up some shields, something.
Y'all need to pause. Like, you should not be falling in love with nobody
who, you know, your AA partner, like accountability partner, because like, do I love this person? Do you know their last name? No. Then, bitch, you don't know them. You don't love them. Calm it down.
But then again, there's some people that feel like when they know it. That's the same thing with people who pop the question within 6 months.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
And you know,
like, it's some people that's there that know it, and they know it. Like, when they see that person, they say, listen, I'm in love. And I can't deny it, and I want this person to be with me for the rest of my life.
All right, so how do you guys feel about love at first sight?
That exists. I feel like there's definitely attraction.
At first sight.
There's definitely, what's the other word?
Lust.
There's lust, but there's not love, because love is not something that's just born overnight. You have to, like, kind of build up to that. But there's definitely attraction. You could be attracted to somebody. Like my fiance, the first time I saw him, I was definitely very attracted to him. You know, he didn't know I existed, but I did.
There are people who, like, I have met literally and gone on one date with, and they are still trying to interject themselves in my, like, I knew automatically, because I know unlove at first sight, like, no, this shit ain't gonna work. They're still trying to and I'm like, do they really think that they're like head over heels over me? Like, is that a thing?
That's dead. I don't believe in that either. I can't do the love at first sight, because it takes so long for me to get used to someone in the first place. It takes me at least 5 to 6 months in order for me to get comfortable with someone in the first place.
Now, the only time that I can say that would work is in a situation of like a pet or like a child.
Yeah.
Like that love. When I first see, you know,
your firstborn or like any kids that you
nephew
have
or a niece. Like I knew instantly I would do anything to protect them.
That's a different type of first love. First love at first sight.
But I like that would be the only way that I consider love at first sight to be able to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like a trust and belief. There was attraction between me and my significant other. We well, I don't know how he felt at first. I know when I first saw him, I was like, damn, I want to get to know him. And then got to know him and started liking him. But I definitely held off on that love thing because it could be dangerous. It pushes, love can put you in some spots that you would look back, a year, 6 months from now and be like, bitch, what were you thinking? You'd have never did. And then you have yourself sitting up there questioning yourself like, am I a dumb bitch? Am I stupid? I ain't never been stupid before, but this shit right here, my guy, got me feeling all types of dumb. All types of situations that you would put yourself in that you would never normally be in. Had this been somebody that you were just, kind of liking, you would have never put yourself out there in some of these situations. If this was a family member who do goofy shit all the time, you'd have never put yourself in some of these situations that you put yourself in when you are in love, head over heels. Especially when you're head over heels, you would do anything to make their day type love.
Would you be able to put love at first sight and true love in the same category, or is it a different type of category?
It's a different type of category altogether.
Why would you say that?
Because you said, do I consider true love and love at first sight to be the same?
Yeah, like the same in the same category, or is it two different ones?
So I'm going to say same.
Because, like I said before, I don't believe in love at first sight. You can be attracted to somebody, then it can lead to love, yes. But you can't just look at somebody and say, "Oh, they're cute. I love them." Do you know who people thought was really cute? Freaking John Wayne, the killer. I think that's his name.
John Wayne is the actor, isn't he?
So it's Wayne something. He that killed a bunch of people. Anyway, people thought he was super attractive. He got girls out. He didn't need to try to get girls. They came up to him. So you can't say, "Oh, I love this person." And they turn out to be like a serial killer.
Still be in love with a serial killer.
Yeah, serial killers will love. Look at what is it, Ted Bundy?
Ted Bundy, that's his name, Ted Bundy.
Yeah, his ass was fine.
You can be in love with anything. Somebody can be in love with any type of criminal. It does not matter. They can rape 40 women and they will not know until like the truth come out that they've been doing this the whole time, but they was already in love with them before they found out the facts about their lives.
I mean, I guess, but like the point I'm trying to make is that I don't think love at first sight is real. And true love is something that's built upon, it's worked on, it goes through arguments, it goes through laughter, it goes through turmoil, it goes
through some shit.
When you go through and you get your weddings done for richer or poor, for health and in sickness, like. So
you basically saying true love is something that is built on. It's not something that when you meet the person and you're going on multiple dates and stuff like that, and you figure like this may be the one, and then you find out later on this is your true love. It's two different things.
Like there's some people, like you might be dating two people and you're like, oh, I'm feeling this person a little better, and they might be your true love. That's still something you had to build upon, because it's not just attraction that you were attracted to. You had a conversation with that person, and the way how they speak, what they're speaking about, what they're passionate about, what they like, what they don't like, their political party.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. So you can have love at first sight and it be true love, but you can't have, like, not all love at first. It doesn't work vice versa, if you get what I'm saying. Like, for me, love at first sight only is for when, it comes to, like, children or pets or things of that nature. And I don't know if this is a girl's point of view, because, like, I've heard guys tell, some guys I've talked to have said, so he said, "I love you" first to me. It was weeks later until I was able to even think that I was feeling that way. about him, just because I'm a guarded person. I don't like any type of pain, physical or mental, emotional. So I'm guards up, let me do my own shit, type person. So there are just things that you notice about somebody that you love, and it's a little different. I guess I can't say that it's not a real thing. I just think for most females, it might not be like love at first sight unless it's like a celebrity type crush or whatever. But most of the times, I feel like it is a true love when you love your child. Like, that is, to me, the purest form of love. That is unconditional. They could do whatever. There are parents who cover up, all types of foolishness that their child does because it's their child. There's nothing more important to them than their child. So that, to me, is a form of true love. Now, if we're talking about a relationship type situation, I don't believe that, at least from a female perspective, that you can look at somebody and be like, yeah, I'm in love with you as soon as I see you.
You're supposed to whisper it. Next time, whisper it. It sounds even more creepier.
I'm in love with you.
I'm getting off the podcast. I hate it.
Like, to me, that's what it sounds like. That's what it feels like. Like, that is scary. That's creepy. That's creepy.
Do it again. Say it.
BJ, how do you feel about love and true love and love at first sight? Like, do you think that they can coincide? Do you think that they are the same thing? Do you think that they are different things?
Now, I am a big hopeless romantic. I will say that. But love at first sight is definitely, don't do that. It's just recently I haven't been. I've been on hardcore mode.
Okay,
but yeah, I don't like nobody right now. Everybody
even likes us right now.
But love at first sight, I feel like it's more of a movie type of thing, a Hallmark movie type of thing, where they walk into the store and boom, they run into each other and they like, oh, let me help you pick up that, and then look at each other and it's like, oh my God, my one and true only. Like, no, it doesn't work like that in the real world. I wish it would, but it don't. But I feel like when it comes to true love, I really feel like when it comes to true love, though, true love is somebody that eventually you find out down the road that, like, dang, this whole time I've been looking for you and you've been right next to me this whole time. Like, that's my definition of true love. Like, I'm sitting here looking for this man, this dream guy that I've been looking for this whole time, and then I turn around and boom, you've been right here this whole time. Why the hell you ain't been say something? Like, that type of stuff or whatever. So no, I don't think it is in the same category. It's in definitely two different categories, but I feel like one is like more of faith-based and the other is more like you live and you learn type situation. Love at first sight, some people can experience both and they think both is true and factual to them, but at the same time, you will never know until you go through those trials and tribulations with the other person that you're feeling that with. Because at the same time, that person could have been playing you the whole time.
100%.
And then now
you're looking like a damn doofus.
And now love hurting you again, and you heartbroken over that eating 6 gallons of ice cream.
Yeah,
but anyway,
Ben and Jerry just taking me through some emotional breaks. Okay. They're my true husbands right there, Ben and Jerry. Shout out, Cookies and Cream.
Sponsor.
Right.
Anyway.
Can a crush turn into true love?
Yes. I'm going to say 100%.
And I feel like celebrities, at least for me, like celebrity for me is like more crush, but like if it's somebody that I can easily that's easily attainable, I wouldn't consider that to be a crush. If that makes sense.
I don't know, to tell you the truth. You can still get fucked over as a crush too, because you might walk up to him bold and confident like hell, like, yeah, this is about to be mine. I'm about to get this man. And you walk over and be like, listen, I like you, you like me, let's go on a date. And he's like, I don't like you. And it's like, oh,
like, all right, I'll just hide in the cave for 3 years. Bye.
I'm like, joking, it was a dare. I got you.
April
bye.
Fools.
Like,
it's October, sweetie.
Right. Like, it's almost Halloween. What you talking about?
That type of energy is where I want it to be. And even if you say no the first time, I'm gonna I'm gonna find out your type, maybe tweak myself a little bit, maybe, you know.
But
this doesn't sound good.
Because I wanted you.
But why tweak yourself? Well, if you're gonna tweak yourself, you already know that's like a recipe for disaster.
Is it? Because some tweaks are small. You know, you like girls with short hair or like glasses. I have glasses and I can make my hair short. That ain't shit.
I'm guessing like she's saying, why are you trying to change yourself?
It's no. I'm talking about little small changes. I'm not going to change myself at the core to get somebody's attention. Like, I'm not, if I wasn't ever into wrestling, I'm not about to go sit up there and watch 100 facts on wrestling so I can have a conversation. Like, to me, that's doing a lot for something that just wasn't meant. Y'all don't have that much in common. Just keep it pushing, sis. Mm-hmm. But like little things like, you know, like I said, if he likes short hair and glasses and I have long hair and my vision's fine, I can find some non-prescription glasses to wear. I actually have a pair, just not because anybody has ever said that to me, but because I just like wearing them. I think I look cute in them, especially when I have my space buns on. Yeah.
I hate people who can see and they wear glasses for fun.
I'm sorry that you refused. I'm sorry that you refused to go get LASIK.
People that get LASIK end up committing suicide. Just putting that out there.
What?
Take your blind ass back to the America's Best and keep getting your glasses.
One more question, and this is a fun question. If you would look up the word love in the dictionary, what would you see? I would have to say a hug, like people hugging, or like one person or another person hugging, like two individuals hugging to show like their affection towards each other. Because if you don't like nobody, you're not gonna let them touch you.
Yeah, especially as intimate as something like a hug. Hugs, it can feel like, on a bad
I ain't
day.
Talking about the church hug.
The open-handed, I don't really want to hug you. I don't really want to hug you, but I don't want to get hit by grandma because she think I'm gonna be rude.
Mm-hmm. Like the diagonal arm hug, like that type.
Yeah, no, a hug can bring you back, honey. You're not feeling well. A hug from the right person will lift your spirits. Not getting a hug from the right person can make you cry.
We're going to go ahead and end this podcast today. Thanks everyone for listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please let us know the ideas you would like to talk about next. And y'all have a lovely day.
$90 fucking. Eat my ass. Like